Who is the Undercity boss?
His name is... I actually do have that information. I would think. Well, it's the Outcast Village is really the name of the village. And the leader of it is currently... Well, there's two people that are... Well, one person who's the real leader, and then there's somebody that has been trying to be leader.
You only just started.
So, I would have contacted at least one of them, if not both, and asked if they were willing to cooperate with the Empire.
Agir is... He's the one that's trying to be an upstart.
Okay, so I would then ask him what he needed to control the Undercity.
Well, so currently he's just saying just parts and stuff to sell to the people down here, so that way he can convince them that he's...
Would just killing the other guy be good enough? I mean...
It might send a message, but it also might turn everybody against him, because they'll know that he was the one behind it, because they know he's been trying to get in charge for a while.
I just had a thought.
This is Agir, by the way.
What are the two gangs again? Okay.
The Black Volkers and the Hidden Becks.
The Hidden Becks are more aligned with...
Well, they're just more cooperative. They're not really... They don't really care who's in charge.
Right.
They just are not gonna...
Well, I'd want to give someone control. Because if I can have one place controlled, or just one person to deal, one group to deal with, that's a lot easier than two people who are fighting each other and killing my citizens.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, the Hidden Becks basically say, we're gonna do our best to not... and the main leader is a man named... I'm actually looking up information about them as we go. Gadden Thek. And he says, basically, we're going to do our best to not get anybody harmed, but the Black Volkers, we can't control what they do.
So, question, would I have access to any Black Volker uniforms?
You probably would, for the few times that your men have been able to at least kill somebody that's attacked them. Because the Black Volkers will straight up attack a Sith trooper, right, whereas the Hidden Becks have been more...
staying away.
Yeah.
Kind of like a real biker gang instead of a...
Yeah. Because they're like, we don't want to mess with them, whereas the Black Volkers are a little out of control.
Right. I dress up. Can we start gaming?
Yeah.
Should I just learn more before I...
Yeah.
Okay. So I dress up, say 50, reasonable number, 50 of my troopers.
And we're going to assume all this stuff takes place in the year period.
Right. I make them remove all identifying marks and weaponry, and make them dress up and obtain Black Volker weapons and gear and bikes and such. And I send them to the Undercity to kill the guy.
Okay. Got it.
And?
I mean, it goes mostly well. I mean, you still have the leadership of the Black Volkers, but they're going to be licking their wounds for a while.
No, I send them to the Undercity to kill.
Oh, the Black Volkers to the Undercity?
I send the fake Black Volkers to the Undercity to kill.
He's not dead, but he's super injured, but yeah, they believe it was the Black Volkers, and they're kind of leaning on Agir for a little bit as leadership.
And then I switch up and dress same number as the Hindenburgs, and then another 50 as the Undercity people, and attack the Black Volkers.
Alright.
Because I'm an asshole. And I like ruining your plans, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I like fucking ruining them.
I mean, the problem is you know how the game... Well, it's been a while, but you know how this is going to go. Somewhat. Somewhat. From what you remember of the game.
I really don't remember anything anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you sure? Positive.
Alright, so, are we ready to go ahead and get Gia's story started?
Yes.
Alright, so we're going to assume, so basically, obviously,
I'm sorry, one more thing.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Since I've taken over
Yep.
from the Republic,
Yep.
I send a
What'd you do?
small Republic, captured Republic ship.
Mhm.
Because I own the Empire, so I have a bunch of their own ship.
Yep.
Filled with crew that is extremely loyal to bomb the upper city.
Yep.
All dressed as Republic. All in retaliation for submittance to the Empire.
Okay.
There were like 5 of them.
And then I had them all
Gallery or
suicide
something?
bombed.
There you go. I don't know if
So they're all
it's
dead.
Okay.
Not B9 level explosions, but like.
Yeah. So you got rid of which group again?
So I sent them to the upper
Yeah.
middle. I sent them everywhere. So they're basically Republic soldiers.
Yeah.
Republic soldiers just tried to suicide bomb. This
Oh,
planet.
so you're making the Terrigians think
Yes.
that they were attacked by the Republic.
Yes. Right.
Which is ironic because not much longer you'll have an actual Republic fleet on top of the planet. Yeah.
So they've now assaulted civilians. No military targets were hit.
Can I have a drink?
And the one person who survived long enough to talk claimed that it was due to the Republic.
Are we now officially ready?
Anything else that I could do to a planet to control it.
I think we're good.
Oh, and then I redoubled my efforts to rebuild the places that were assaulted
Okay.
and help the
Yeah,
civilians, etc.
But yeah,
Some more
I'm gonna assume like a lot of like specific leaders are still like there's certain leader like Gaddenthek's still around.
I didn't
Obviously.
kill the leadership as long as they didn't like oppose me.
And Brejik is still in charge of the Black Volkers, but they're licking their wounds, like I said. So. All right.
I'd probably send more soldiers eventually down to take care of
So-
it, but that's not happening yet.
The Battle
Yeah.
of Terrace. The actual Battle of Terrace. Well, technically the second Battle of Terrace, if we want to really talk about how long this war's been going on, is
Right.
so. It's occurring. You, of course, since Bastila is on board. So, of course, she's a primary target, but
Yeah.
you're probably not going to send yourself for this.
No. Or would I?
You do. No, you don't sense that. Okay, so.
Sense what you think.
Before you get too deep, I'm gonna calm him real quick. I've made more units.
Why?
We have 20.
Why?
And then know when you need them.
We're gonna have to have a talk. But I appreciate it.
All right. So, anyways,
I'm not gonna send them all.
I'm assuming you send regular Sith troopers for now over there. Okay. So they're boarding the Indar Spire. You immediately see a few escape pods shooting out of the Indar Spire and basically heading towards the planet of Terrace. And they'll end up in different levels of the planet, so you'll probably end up having to send search parties.
I would contact the lower city, Hindenburg, whatever, and then the undercity people, Gaius, whatever his name is. Is that Gaius?
Agir?
Agir. And I would tell
No,
them-
Gaius is our main character.
Right, sorry. And I would tell them to be on the lookout as well for any Republic or Jedi. I would also make an announcement to the entire city that the same Republic that bombed them has now landed on their city and is trying to hide.
You're the most set
And
Oh, man.
all Sith Empire citizens or protectorates who try
Yeah.
or who benefit the search will be rewarded with citizenship and a parcel of land on the planet of their choice.
Now, have you awarded Sherp a higher rank since the events of everything going on, or is he still commander?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm?
Sure. He can have it. He can be
Admiral?
Sure.
Admiral Sherp?
Sure.
Sherp?
Yes.
Alright,
Sure,
so
Admiral, sure.
your admiral walks over to you and he says, Sir, I would recommend potentially even deciding to put Terrace under quarantine,
Why did I do that?
which would mean nobody would be allowed on or off the planet, which means our search could go easier.
Do so.
Yes, sir.
But do not hassle the Terrans.
Yes, sir. So he goes off and he basically makes an announcement that Lord Sion has decided that all of Terrace will be under quarantine until
the Republic scum.
the Republic scum is found. Yes.
Make it their fault.
Specifically Bastila,
Yes.
as you did censor aboard. All right, so. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I think so.
What do you think? He's doing a good job as leader of the Empire.
They basically made everyone in the Empire who didn't like me, besides a few people who were just holdouts, like me. Increase my military strength. Increase our infrastructure.
And even though you just gained this planet, you're doing a good job of being like, we're gonna make this our focus for a little bit.
Right. Well, I'm there. I mean, I might as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm there. And I'm sure I have my previous lieutenants, maybe not him, because I think I said
Yeah.
I kept him with me. Or her, sorry.
Yeah.
I think I would probably have my other previous lieutenants have orders to make life as easy as possible on the citizenry.
But yeah. So basically, hey, what's your character doing?
He was with me. I don't know if I sent you.
Whatever the hell.
Would you have sent him over there?
As far as
You're
I
not very
do,
combat oriented, are you?
no.
No.
Okay.
I am.
Then you sent one of your other potential apprentices over there.
A lieutenant.
Another one of the lieutenants.
I can do combat things,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to make it look like we're still good people
So one of your lieutenants is over there.
by a councilman.
I should probably admit that I would be letting supplies through.
Yeah, supply. Yeah.
Like,
But I meant like passenger.
Right, no passengers, no weaponry, no nothing like that.
Yeah.
Nothing but
Wheat
the basic
nuggets.
food and water.
Diet peach green tea.
Would you be able to stop
Does this
smugglers
be like
from
some
leaving?
dragon fruit shit?
I mean,
Does it
I
taste like
basically
dragon
have
fruit? Tastes like
contacts to
dried
all the
peach
undercities and everything, so I would know about them.
Okay, so would you let them off planet?
No. I wouldn't
Okay.
let them off. I might let them in. Some
Okay.
of them,
Okay.
depending on what the shipment was.
What if they worked for like one of the most
I think-
powerful
I
black
think in
markets
order
during
for
the
me to,
like
actually
one of the
basically
most powerful
enjoy
criminal
that,
syndicates
it'd
of
be
the
like
time?
sweetest flavor you
I
can
would
get.
pay them off and not fuck them.
Okay.
I would buy the shipments from them.
Because there's the exchange, and they're a pretty big criminal
If they're sending
organization.
it off-world, I would buy the shipment and I would send, depending on what it is, I would let most things through. Just to keep them happy.
So you would like okay, so Davik. So you know of Davik. He's the biggest, like one of the big mob bosses there.
I would know the biggest people, yes.
So
I would make it my duty to.
It's pretty sad.
he basically has
Yeah.
been working on a ship to try to get past your quarantine since it.
Anything I do
Right.
just
So.
because.
But
I'm
he's
letting him off-world.
but
so-
but he's not gonna. He wants to also have one that you don't know about because he knows that you know.
Right.
So anyways,
Hey, here's the other part of me being an asshole. As an emperor taking over a planet, even if it was planet by planet, I would send B9 units to all the leadership as gifts. That includes crime bosses.
yeah.
With strict instructions, if anyone tries to copy them, to self-destruct, but not fully, to like just destroy their systems. To not blow up without my orders.
Yeah.
Because I am an asshole.
Hold on, I'm getting certain things that I need.
Well, they definitely don't need to copy me.
At this point, because you're an emperor, you're drunk with power, you're probably a little paranoid and schizophrenic all at the same time, too. Because,
Well, I did just kill the last emperor.
yeah.
He'd come in for, so.
And absolute power, absolute corrupts.
All right.
absolutely.
So-
I'm already a Sith who already hates that.
You hear some stories about Gius about this strange man going about. He gets a reputation known as, well, in the fighting rings, he's known as the mysterious stranger. And he's making a name for himself. He takes down some of the top fighters. You also hear that this same man, along with Flo, have been searching for Bastila. And I'm assuming you have troops looking for her as well.
Yeah. Moving the entirety of the underworld.
Yep. So, eventually, you hear that Flo's companion has won a race, a swoop bike race, and that he flew specifically with the Hidden Becks under their banner.
Right.
And under their banner, he was able to find Bastila And so you hear about Bastila being freed, essentially. Because you hear that the Black Vulkars had, you finally hear from, like, the Hidden Becks are like, yeah, the Black Vulkars had her taken prisoner, and were offering her as prize for the race. We won, but when we tried to take Bastila, the stranger destroyed us.
I expressed my displeasure upon one of the members of the party telling me this by blasting him into pieces with my
Yes.
force powers.
Useless bastards.
So,
And then quickly calm down.
so far things are kind of okay.
Also, I called the commander, one of my many commanders, I'm sure,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked him what, because I'm hearing rumors, what the general populace thinks of our soldiers.
It's about 50-50. 50% of them think very fondly, but the rest of them think they're thugs.
And which soldiers are doing the thug work.
So you basically get the rundown of who's doing what, and so you know who's who.
I don't kill him, but I blast him with force lightning,
Mm-hmm.
while expressing my displeasure on the way they have treated the populace. Expressing how I wanted the populace to love us, and to join us full-heartedly, and to be respected at all times.
And so, at this point, your admiral walks back in, and he says, "Sir, I've been informed that if we don't act quickly, we may be too late to stop Bastila from escaping the planet."
So, knowing that there is really only one main smuggler at this point,
Mm-hmm.
I'd contact him and offer to lift the blockade a large amount of money and
And by that you mean not a smuggler; he's more of like the
The
Godfather.
Godfather,
Yeah.
and a small planetoid in the outer rim for his own uses, and a Senate position.
He refuses that one.
If he's a Senate,
Yeah.
and we can have it, take it or leave it, or you can fill it with whoever he wants.
Yeah.
If he simply has them when they abort his ships, I'm assuming they're going to try to have him. So
That's a big assumption.
Am I doing anything?
Okay, I offer him this if he can deliver Gaius and Bastila to my ship, unaware of where they're going.
All right. He agrees.
And also, if he does not do it and he fails in any way, then I will send the next 3 Imperial ships full of soldiers down specifically to annihilate his entire way of life.
All right.
And anyone he has ever known,
Davik.
loved, or even walked past on the street.
He's threatening Davik Kang, who's like the mob boss of the area.
To basically bring the full might of the Empire down on his tiny little...
Because
I'm not
basically,
doing anything yet.
not yet. Basically, he's learning from the admiral that they basically are running out of time to get Bastila before she leaves the planet.
Well, I have a blockade, so only so many ships can get off the planet. Right? He
Actually,
would be my first choice.
I'm gonna have you be on Dantooine. I've decided Dantooine instead of Kashyyyk. It's gonna be a while before they get you if you're on Kashyyyk.
No.
So, Dantooine's their next stop. So
Okay.
you'll be there
And of
with
course,
some of the Jedi
the
masters.
old Sith adage of "Do not fail me."
All right. So,
And then I hang up in his face. This is a little bitch.
and then the admiral says, "Sir, just in case, are we going to prepare our weapons to fire on his building?"
Prepare the B9s. 4.
Yes, sir.
4 of them. Planet for a Jedi.
So,
10.
oh,
to be
you're
safe.
sending 10?
To be safe. I'm discussing things with him.
Okay.
10 to be safe.
All right.
Sounds good.
Admiral?
Sir?
10 B9s.
Yes, sir.
And
What
100 men.
in the offices?
Let me see, actually. Nothing.
Don't learn a damn thing.
No
Oh.
visions, anyways.
Wait.
But you know about what's going on with that, though.
I also send my glorious apprentice, or apprentice candidate, down to oversee the operations with, say, 100 soldiers. And at least 2 Dark Jedi.
Sounds good.
Potentially 1. 10 V9s. And 10 V9s. Which are also, combat droids to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have,
these are missile
Yeah,
launchers.
hit repeatings, missile tubes, and of course, they blow up and make black holes.
There's only... I make it clear to you that the blowing up and black hole creating of the planet was only to be used if you yourself are going with it. So don't blow up the planet unless you pass.
So, anyways.
But also, I make it clear that if either of them makes it off the planet, you might as well ignite every single one of them.
Oh boy.
Planet for a Jedi. And a black hole for a tomb.
Thank you, sir, for this grand responsibility that has been bestowed upon
Of
me.
course.
As she says sarcastically.
Of course, if you live and you complete it, you will be my official apprentice and basically the Vice Emperor of the entire Sith Empire.
That sounds lovely.
Alright, so I'm guessing
Or
you're
whatever
going
you
down.
prefer. I mean, it's up to you.
So I'm guessing you're going down to the planet.
Hell yeah.
There's
Alright.
a lot of choice. I mean, I would kill him otherwise.
So you're with... So I'm going to guess you go to meet specifically Davik. Because he's basically the one that you made contact with.
I do what is necessary.
Okay, so you meet up with Davik. And he says, yeah, we got this new guy that came in. He won the swoop bike race. One of my best men recommended him for a position amongst our crew.
Did he now?
So, yeah. So we're going to see if he could be a good pilot for us and me.
Wait, okay. I know the dude who won the swoop bike race has Zendala.
Bastel.
Bastel, sorry.
Denala.
Zendala. So I mixing people up.
No, Zendala.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
It's probably from the conversation earlier.
Yeah. So I would have told him.
Yes. So
You know that
I
this
figured,
person
yeah,
has
like I
Bastel.
figured he was being sarcastic when he heard that.
Just making sure.
I figured, am I correct in that assumption? Or did you not really know?
I don't know.
Okay, now you do.
Now you do know that this person who he's talking about is the person who has Bastel.
He, of course, does not. Because he doesn't know who.
Right.
Just because, I might...
She knows. Davik does not.
Yeah,
I'm still going to ask for his credentials.
I mean,
you want a swoop bike race.
To be
that is his credential.
to be fair, we're a criminal operation. In case you couldn't understand that, that was B9 telling you that you should help us out by joining our Patreon, which is linked down below. He also said that if you don't, that you guys will end up like Onderon. B9, I don't think we can do that. Beep, 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 beep. No, seriously, we can't. Burp, burp. Because. Burp, 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 burp. No, seriously, stop.